To be perfectly honest, Yay starting it off as well. Read Saya players peak.
Just a relay bolt, and finally we're going to see an ult coming out of the overdrive, but we can't get any value out of it. We're just picking up the kills before Victor could see them. Here he comes. A couple of players towards the spawn side. And the lightning does not actually come out with the thunder.
Doesn't strike
Net
twice this
just
time.
stops him in his tracks with a beautiful headshot from the headhunter.
See if Marv's Astra now comes into play. Stars all around, slowing the guard down. Nice frags there, as he thought a little bit more damage could do, but it was really just Victor running forward to see if he could get his lightning shredded onto any more of the members of guard. Jonah P here with a Marshall. And Optic are looking really confident here in the second half. I think we saw this composition come a bit more online when Victor could be unleashed. The guard back on the gun round, out of a timeout here. Divvy up the map. Looks like a lot of retake can come from that A side, so they're playing a lot of survival. 2 inside B though for the guard here. As that peak's going to be coming from Trent right off the bat to see if he can get a hard angle pop and then rendezvous out.
That's the signature 0 point going into the corner to just clear out mail and ropes at the same time. Something that we see a lot from OPTC. That said, though, as we gain control of mid side, at least for Yay, the rest of them are working towards this A site. With the Cosmic Divide moving in, we've also moved in with a null command. So that is also going to be disabled when Saya players potentially going to come in with a showstopper on retake. We planned it for the Heaven side, so expect a battle at some point here for control back on Heaven.
If Trent can get a kill here, they have Rolling Thunder to get back in. There's one of them.
With it.
FNS
moving
is
up towards a rope. Yay is pushing forward. Might be able to surprise Saya player around the corner, and it does, and all of those ultimates get fully denied. But we have a battle inside the site. We had 3 kills coming in from the guard. Valent's on his own, tries to walk inside of his smoke, but Yay was waiting for that. And Optic are getting closer and closer to close.
Greens and their side of Heaven. The Optic is encroaching on so much space. Once they do take the site, the retake becomes even harder because you almost can't get close. Here it is again. They just run with Victor to make noise and then just cut noise. Crashies gets ripped out though.
Yeah, that's net with a kill. He took a TP back, so I'm trying to figure out what that's happening. Probably towards B main. Trying to find that little X, and I just can't see it on the radar, but it doesn't matter. Right now, it's still Optic behind by 1 player in a gun run for the guard as they're looking back for mid control.
It was a B main push, right under Astra, I think.
There it is.
Could be wrong.
Is it? Listen, I'm a Google. I need glasses at this point, but the one that doesn't need glasses is Jonah B. Just a tight angle held inside the top of ropes, and he gets a kill with the Guardian. As Yay answers back on the B, having control. Dropping inside Helm, making a lot of noise. That's net with a second beautiful headshot from the Headhunter. Force the TB back towards B, Heaven's side. But they've also taken control of the spike. As now as they drop down, Valorant goes for the 1-2 punch. And that's the guard answering back on such a lower buy.
With the hold, maybe the comms that were happening in the hold, who was guarding what, but they had this same exact hold. I wouldn't say same exact, obviously, but they had this hold. They had 3 site last time it happened. In a much better position to trade off each other. Valen obviously doing a bunch of work. We always see him doing that from the controller position. And 2 away, though. The pressure is on the guard here.
Rolling Thunder available for Trent on the defense. Very strong ability that can use for a retake once again. A little bit of pressure on the B side that forces out a one-way smoke from Valen. That also forces Optic back towards mid control.
Guard switching up a bit of their site hold. Remember we saw Breach, Sky, and Omen on A as they divvied up that D. Optics still take rope room. Having this is either Crashies as we see or Yay almost every round, and then he holds Mail. This default for Optic is something they vary up and work off of, and we'll see what kind of util they use to get into Heaven here. And Jonah P, he goes for a rope kill, and Victor says no.
Unfortunately, it's just a couple of body shots that couldn't amass to a kill, but at least Valen's there, sliding down. At least on that B Heaven drop, gets picked off, and now he's fighting back towards the red wall. But Yay's there after Valen missed a couple of shots, gets punished for it. Main shells onto the ground, forcing out the spike. Not to be planted yet, allowing the rotate to happen. A 2 versus 2 here as the paint shells gets rid of Crashies.
Aftershock ready.
Also still the Rolling Thunder 2. So they are understanding this here
we
for
go.
the guard. It's a preemptive one. We're pushing right out of that. We're just running the clock and taking control of B main. And it works out, but not too much. FNS fully stunned, gets the headshot to Saya player, leaving Trent on his own. The flash, 7 seconds left, 6 seconds left. A beautiful flash for the headshot, and he has an aftershock to work with. There's no time. He's going to have to chase him. Just around the corner to chase the game, and Trent gets the kill, and he keeps the dream alive with the Red Bull clutch.
Everybody starting to come online here for the guard. Optic has made it tough for them to find their footing. Trent here with a quick dodge, the crouch, both of them. Let's see how they play it. This B main control has been a push from the guard. They've wanted at least some space to say, we have a bit of ground, now we can know mid and A to sewers is where the focus is.
And there's false information. The boom bot got broken here from Victor, and we also flash on mid. But the mid flash did not spot anybody, and here is that fight on A side ramp. That could potentially pull out a rotation here. The Trailblazers coming down, and that's going to spot a bit towards mid side. Everybody's going to start rotating over towards A. But we know how Optic could be scary with this once they had this big control dancing back and forth. And now we're forcing even early seekers. This is actually pretty good, at least for the guard to understand in the first minute what's going on. But you still have to give that edge to Optic on how much control they have.
Yeah, at this point, guard have the best they can. Just ones across each one of the choke points they might be able to make. Jonah almost to the right spot. They both reconsider their aim, but Ye comes back quicker, Vans.
That's unfortunate because the From the Shadows is trying to find information. It was just a little bit too late. So there's one to fall, and Trent's on his own behind the site. Valen inside the smoke at screen side. Saya player does at least get the kill on to rotate on the heavens. They've given up the A site now with both players moving in, but we have a beautiful play from Marv coming up very soon.
Oh, Valen.
Just running the clock down to allow this flank to happen. Oh no, as
Marv?
it's given away, he misses a shot. It's a 2 versus 2. So now they can even this up on individual 2 versus 1s in the
Smoke
favor
plant.
of the guard. Now Marv is stuck on his own as he swings out for the headshot onto Saya player. We're full sticking right here around the corner with the classic. The right click doesn't work out because Valen has a smoke on the ground. And the guard, they again stay alive in this game. Economy is so broken for Optic right now. Working off an operator, working off a Vandal. Those are the hero rifles that we have for this round. And Optic are looking to move really quickly up towards this B heaven side.
Yeah, setting a bit more pace here. Looks like they want to get that operator in a better position, and they're just hovering around him like wingmen right now, trying to keep him alive. Trade there on both sides.
They're looking for the timing off the flash. Nice fault line too coming in, but the really bold is actually going to stun Jonah P just around the corner. But we are having players just on the other end. We're continuing to have trades. One's going to come towards B main too, and now Trent's on his own.
He had a little luck earlier.
Waiting
Do
for
it
him.
again, and
Misses
it's not
the
luck.
shot. 3 as we go for the plant here for Victor. Nice headshot right there. Still has full utility for the Aftershock and 2 flashes. Victor does have the ultimate to work with, but wants to go for the Vandal. The body peeks out. He went for the dash peek.
Util.
So ballsy. Fault line just came up to only 6 bullets left, and that's not enough. Nothing could be used as Victor wins that clutch on that 1v1 and off to get map point. Defense here, and we have so many ultimates to work with. Big ultimates, at least, for the attack. That's the Rolling Thunder and the Overdrive. Net does have his dual defense, and Saya player has the showstopper, and there's the leg peeks out, but Ye still gets the wall bang.
Coming up for the peaks. Oh my gosh, he makes it away. Optic have had just so much control over these rounds. I mean, obviously, this is, like I said, a rough buy for the guard, but seeing they have both pistol rounds coming on attack and defense. Crashies here to pick up a few more, possibly. Optic have controlled the majority of the rounds that they needed to make sure this was their game.
And we even null command on top of that. At least they're far away from Saya player. He could run in with the showstopper in the back. Doesn't work out. Gets the kill for 1 at least. But it's still going to be Optic Gaming taking the first map, 13-10.